in. How is it going, everyone? Welcome to Unstable and Unimaginable Power. This is a Touhou fan game made in Lua STG. It's completely free. It's in itch.io. It's one of those. And unlike most of the Lua STG fan games, it's not Chinese. I don't know where it is from, but it's by default in English, so probably not from an Asian country, I would assume. But yeah, I don't think starting with Lunatic is a good idea, but I'll try. You only have two shot types, which are Raimway and Raimu, so I'm gonna try. The mechanics seem to be a little bit, well, not completely unstandard, but you don't lose power on death, apparently. I mean, that's what the manual says. I didn't check. And you can also do like a Mountain of Fate bomb by sacrificing power. That's the only way you can lose power. Aside from that, you don't. As I say, on death you don't lose anything. Okay, I almost died there. It's fine, I didn't. Really hope that having more power makes my shot type not so weak. Because right now my damage is bad. Very bad. But I'm out to get him. There you go, level 2. Though, since these are homing amulets, pretty likely that I won't get that much power out of those. They don't seem to have good damage. So how is it going, Wasabi? That's a surprising amount of detail on the boss sprite. Yeah. I mean, usually games made in Lua STG tend to, for whatever reason, have very high quality assets. Or maybe it's just that the ones that get popular on the like the ones that get popular do have that. Wait, I didn't mean to skip. I never seen the dialogue. Yeah. The thing is that here you skip the dialogue by holding the shot button. And I was holding the shot button. Oh, that's the... Wait, what the hell? Is that meant to look like that? Something tells me that's not meant to look like that. I think that there's a graphical bug on those. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's supposed to be fantasy seal. Those are not supposed to be squares, those are circles normally. And judging by the quality of the rest of the sprites, yeah, it has to be a bug. Well, again, that's pretty funny. I don't know how a bug like that could happen. I mean, I simply downloaded the game from the itch.io page. I just opened the executable, right? That was a dead bomb. I don't know how many bombs you have, by the way. I mean, you have 3, yes, but fuck. Then it's fine, you don't lose power, at least. Wait, I'm not even aiming. Oh, I'm not aiming because it's a survival. Yeah, I understand now. Wait, how many spell cards do you have? You're the stage 1 boss. This is the 4th one already. I mean, I know that in Touhou 13 there were 4 spell cards on the first boss. That's because it was you, Yuko, right? Well, I also know how generous the game is with resources, because despite having died, I'm back at the same amount of resources I had at the beginning of the game. So maybe this is one of those games that is extremely generous with resources. Also, power level 5 doesn't do anything to the shot type, but just like in Mountain of Fate, you can use it to do like an extra one. Wait, is that a syringe? Wasn't expecting something like that. Well, then again, in Touhou 18 you start seeing test tubes. I guess, why not, right? Ooh, that was close. Okay. So, there are lots of... Okay, that's... So, that doesn't count as something that takes away the capture. You can still capture with that. I think that's because a lot of these Touhou fan games release after 16, and 16 with the release system is like it inspire every fan game maker into doing that, into using an additional button to you know, to do something that's not a bomb. I gotta believe that that is a visual bug. That has to be a visual bug. One that I don't really care about that much, but one that has to be one. I wonder if the bomb on the other shot type is kinda like that. We have curvy lasers. Oh, and we have the PC-98 circle attacks. Is Mima gonna be in this game? I can already... Wait, 5 spell cards? This is stage 2. Unless this has less than 6 stages. Though, maybe, now that I think about it, maybe this game only has 3 stages. Because I checked the stage practice screen, and it only had 3 stages. But I assume that that was because the other ones you didn't get to them yet, but judging by this amount of spell cards, it's very likely that the game is gonna be done sooner than I thought. Though at the same time, the game is being insanely generous with resources. If it's really only 3 stages, it just seems a little bit weird, don't you think? Because if it's only 3 stages with this amount of resources, you will bomb spam and get to the end. Which is kind of what I'm doing, honestly, but that's the thing. It will be a little bit odd. Well, I hope it's a full-length one. Because if it ended in stage 3, I expected to play this for a little bit longer, but that's not gonna be pretty long. Well, there is an extra stage, but that would have been a capture. If something tells me that will be the case. Maybe I should have checked that before the stream. It would have been a better idea. A little bit too late for that. And this is a survival. Wait, what do you do there? What? Oh, it's okay, I get it. Well, a little bit too late to get it, but it's supposed to be like wait, cannot you stay here? Yeah, you can, that's the idea. It took me a little bit to figure out, my bad. Just gonna bomb spam though, so... No, I mean, if it really is 3 stages, bomb spamming will take me pretty far. Because it's not like you need to go that far in the first place. So maybe in a game like this, the real challenge will be to do like a no bomb or something. I mean, I could try doing that. I mean, it will certainly be more interesting than spamming your way through. Why am I dressing like mariachi or something? I don't know what it's supposed to be. So this is stage 3. Doesn't say anything about being the final one, but it probably will be. I just hope it's not. I mean, it also feels like, ignoring the fact that I've seen what is in stage in stage practice, that there's only 3 stages. The fact that you're kinda entering the villain's lair makes me think that yeah, like there's not much more to do, right? Man, this one already having 2 spell cards seems like, yeah. Otherwise it wouldn't be structured this way. It will be structured more like a traditional Touhou game. So maybe I didn't pay attention when I read the... When I read the page that this was in, but yeah, I really thought that it was like normal seed stages. Wait, what am I looking at? Isn't this simply just spinning? Am I missing? Oh, no. It wasn't gonna be that simple. Well, it's still fine. Oof, that was close though. Okay, yeah, that one... that one was a little bit rude if you ask me. Oh. That's pretty... Rage? Okay, that's an interesting name. All Yugars Gensokians are the same. This is most likely the final boss. Pretty weird that you make a 3-stage. Like, I feel like it's weird because you do make a lot of spell cards, so it's like you account for the short length of the game, but wouldn't it have been better to just make more stages? Maybe, I don't know. I guess at this point I could make a challenge to do a no bomb, though. That's probably not a good idea. Because lots of these patterns look like they are pretty hard, and you do get a lot of extra lives, but some of it... Wait, you want me to stay there? Wait, but where does that appear? Just appears randomly. Oh, that's a very weird spell. That's an extremely weird spell. What's that? We just need to stay out, maybe. I thought it will give you a lot more time to death bomb, but it doesn't. You kind of have to preemptively bomb a little bit. Death bomb is a thing. Oh, and that's also an interesting piece of information. Using that release thingy doesn't... Like, you cannot die and use it at the same time. Wait, is that thing gonna come down? Doesn't look like it. It doesn't go down, but still pretty hard to deal with. Also, what I was saying about the no bomb, I'm not so... Okay, yeah, that... Come on, there was no warning whatsoever there. Nice. It's pretty cool. Okay. I think that for those patterns you kinda need to put a warning, you know? Yeah, maybe no bombing is not gonna happen, but I do kinda wanna see how far you get, and might as well use the other shot type too. These are basically the classic Reimu shot types, one with the homing amulets and the other one with the needles. Though I guess if I end up like going for no bomb, maybe I should remap the bomb button and just make the bomb button the thing that uses power. Though I also know how much I will want to use that thing that uses power. Probably not much. Maybe. I do realize that this is probably a horrible idea. So now that I think about it, maybe one of the reasons why they decided to only make it 3 stages is because of precisely because of how high definition the sprites are. They probably didn't want to do that with more characters, right? Though that's also weird considering that they already put a mid-boss in one of the stages, so it's a weird decision all around. So is this the same dialogue? Yeah, it is. Well, or at least those lines are the same. Yeah, I will assume that also wouldn't make any difference. Though, now that I think about it... No, never mind. Something that the page of this game says is that the main game you played with Reimu and the extra you played with Marisa. And the idea is that apparently Reimu goes to investigate in one way and Marisa goes to investigate in the other way. But I don't think that means anything. I think it's still a regular extra stage. Though assuming it is a regular extra stage, it will make everything more weird, right? You make a regular length extra stage that at that point will be pretty similar to the regular length of something like this, right? Like the whole main game. I don't really know if the needles damage is worth it to completely forfeit any sort of homing potential. It is pretty dangerous doing it on this side of the screen, though. You see, obviously the highest distance is gonna be on the corners. Still works though, and mostly because the hitbox of the bubble bullets is super small. Okay. Yeah, no bomb clear. That's what I'm aiming for. But yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen. Probably not. But considering that the game also has the spell practice and all of that, it's only a matter of time. I probably can pull it off. I mean, it wouldn't be the case if the game didn't give you such an insane amount of lives to use, you know? So it does give you quite a lot of lives. It kind of reminds me of subterranean animism. It gives you a life almost every time you beat a boss pattern. Well, I don't even know if it's almost. I think it does give you one of those every time you beat a boss pattern. It's not that far-fetched. That was fast. It does seem like the needles have very good damage, but not sure how I'm supposed to stop those. It's a little bit old. Also, unless you auto-collect the items at the top of the screen, you don't really have that much area to do that. Kinda. Was I supposed to do that? That works. I don't think you get any iframes for using that release thingy. So if you get hit while it's active, you will die probably. Still think this one is pretty cool. This PC-98 attacks at the end of the stage. Pretty cool. Alright. Let's see how further I can get. Probably not much. Not at least without hitting spell practice. Unfortunately, those things have a hitbox, really. Yeah, they do. You didn't die. There you go. For things like that, using release is very worth it. Like single shots inside of a pattern. Not many patterns are like that, where there's only like one shot in a while that is an issue. That one was my bad. Wait, what was this one about? Oh, simply random circles that spawn. The issue here really is dealing damage to the boss more than anything. Okay, and this one, that was the survival. Oh yeah, I was supposed to stay here. I don't think that signaling is very effective though. Like, that signaling, if anything, makes me think I'm supposed to dodge on the outside in a certain way. It's not a bad attempt. I bombed like a moron. Oh, that's the bomb. I didn't see the bomb. It's pretty cool. Don't think I'm gonna last too long at this point. Though it's really an interesting progression, since I don't think I played any other Touhou fan game like this one, with 3 stages but with bosses that try to compensate by having more patterns. I don't know what killed me there, by the way. I don't know if I should be going for a no bomb right away, you know? It's hard to tell. I'll try one more time on a no bomb, and if it doesn't work out, just... Well, hold up. Before doing that, I could actually practice the spells. Right? That's not a very good way of... Wait, that's Marisa. You cannot use Marisa on the... Huh, that's weird. Hold up. Yeah, no, I was out to say... Wait. This song is specific of spell practice, right? I think there is an option for that in the menu, actually, in the options. Boss theme on practice, yeah. Instead of that one, I guess. It's not a bad idea to have a random ass theme, but wait, spell practice is this one. No, this is stage practice, my bad. Sorry, I sometimes have trouble reading. Though it also doesn't say which one you capture. Yeah, I don't think this menu is pretty well done at all. Like, that's one of those cases where I think that copying the actual official games will have been better, probably. Alright, hold up. This is not the shot type, this is the shot type I wanna use. Though I still haven't decided which shot type I'm gonna be using. Unfortunately, by being spell practice, there is no way to practice non-spells, which is something that the Chinese fan games do have. You can practice both spell cards and non-spells without issue. Okay, that's another problem. The shot type is not remembered, so it defaults to Rain Way every time. Maybe I'm gonna end up using Rain Way anyways, but I don't know. Should I? I say this is a pretty funny spell guard, honestly. It's not hard whatsoever, but it's funny. I don't really think the homing amulets here deal that much damage, but I mean, most of the damage comes from the main shot anyway, so like for example here, like that took 2 cycles, right? So let's say I don't use this and instead I use the needle. Is this gonna make much of a difference? At least I think it was 2 cycles. It wasn't it 2 cycles? Or maybe it was 3? Hold up. Sorry, I'm a little bit of a moron. I wanna remember if it was 2 or 3. I think it was 2, wasn't it? Because if it was 2, there's absolutely no way to pick needle. No, it was 3, okay. So yeah, you can tell needle deals more damage, but is it even worth it? Like that amount, that slight damage increase? I feel like it might not be, probably. But yeah, this UI definitely will be better. Again, you don't need to come up with anything new, you can just copy what Sun did. Well, what Sun did... Actually, you did copy what Sun did, but you copy what he did in Touhou 8. I mean on the modern ones. Yeah, like the one where you essentially have like each spell card as part of its own menu, right? Alright, hold up, this one is hard. I guess you have to stay very close to... Oh, you don't need to, hold up. You can actually stay at the bottom, I think. Well, if I use release, probably, but I mean without using release. Not a good idea, no. It's probably a better idea though than going to the top, I think. Alright, and that's one thing I want to check, because that one required 2 cycles, and that can be dangerous, but if I can do it in 1, it will heavily simplify things. Okay, it doesn't seem like staying at the bottom is that good of an idea, but I feel like I discover... Ow. Yeah, it's just that it's an uncomfortable movement. Yeah, I'm still not convinced about needle, because yeah, right there it was clearly better, but it will only be better in those cases. In other cases, especially when there's a lot of boss movement, it's not a good idea. That's an old spell. I think that all of these are already unlocked from the get-go. I guess Edge tries the exception because you kinda will one-to-one going clear in Lunatic, right? Yeah, and that one, I think no matter what I need to use release there. Not like you need to, like it's possible to build without that, but it just seems that it will be too complex to do it otherwise. Like you will kind of have to move here. Yeah, and the thing is that the gap between those is very small, and the hitbox of those things is not that small either, so... Yeah, it's like a fucked up combination. Yeah, you can do that. Like, that works and you don't have to spend a release, but... I think that you have to spend more time shooting it. No, it's fine. Okay, maybe I'll do that. If I remember, that's the thing. As always, it's about remembering, hey, this pattern has something to remember, right? This one killed me, but... I simply... I guess I wasn't paying attention. So you can be at the bottom. Okay, never mind. Not at that point. My bad. Yeah, that one is not a problem. It's a shame though that you cannot practice the non-spells. What's this? Oh yeah, the one with the random circles. I keep asking the same question. Yeah, some patterns like this one are just a little bit on the weird side, and this one is very random as well. Like, RNG here seems to be completely uncontrolled, which means that like if you get a corner, that's it. Though I don't know if you can stay in the middle of one of those circles without dying. Kinda looks like it, right? Yeah, okay. So instead of getting corner, you should go into the circle. It's just that that's something that by just looking at the pattern you wouldn't really know. Like you know it now here, but well, I guess one thing that helps figuring it out is the fact that the sprites are completely transparent. So it kind of tells you, hey, it's gonna be fine, don't worry. Okay, that works. Alright. Well, in fact, I'm pretty sure if you want to score that spell card, you probably want to stay in the middle of all of those. Oh, well, and this survival kind of plays into that as well. The issue is that this is a hard spell card. But wait, can I actually... Hold up. Is the movement on this thing random, or do I control it? I think it's random. At first I thought it was static. Okay, it's random. You don't control it. that is a problem. Making something like this random, it's like it could make this spell card so much harder than it otherwise would by making this random. Yeah, I really don't know why you made it random. Like, there are many spell cards where RNG makes sense. Well, RNG, I mean, in this case, very notable RNG, but this one is not one of them. Unless you tell me there is a way for me to manipulate. Maybe there is. And maybe if I move... No, there cannot be. Like, I already tried multiple different things and no. Like, I thought maybe moving at the opposite side, like here moves you to the right, but no. No, it doesn't. And neither does like staying in one side, making the circle moving that side. So this spell card is ultra fucked up, because not only it has a super strong random component that could kill you and you not being able to do shit, but also the fact that it's survival, so you cannot even end it quickly. I think that you... I think you fucked it up for this one. Like, making something like this RNG is simply not a good idea. Not to mention it's RNG in both direction and speed. So all of a sudden you're at the border of this, but then it speeds up and you get killed before you know it. And you kinda have to pay attention to the hearts. So it's not like, it's like, oh, I wasn't paying attention to the circle. Well, yeah, I wasn't, because I need to pay attention to the rest. Not to mention the leftover bullets, like the slow ones that stay in place. Like those completely, those become walls, essentially. Yeah, this spell card is not a good idea. Like, this spell card is 100% a bad idea. Like, for example, that, right? Like, all of a sudden, full throttle, no brakes, onto the other side of the screen. I also don't know, are those things aim? Maybe they are aim, or they could be aim. I thought the hearts were static, but I think that they might actually be aim. Like, they are centered around you. Well, the only way to know that is by staying still, but the problem is that staying still is not easy when you are forced to move. This spell card is just very badly done. This is what I so many times refer to as uncontrolled RNG. Like, you need to have some control over the RNG you do, because otherwise you end up with something that you will capture only if you get lucky. I cannot imagine many people consistently capturing this. Could be wrong. I mean, maybe the reason why the dev did this is precisely because he could capture it consistently, but I don't see how. Like, it just seems extremely inconsistent. And the inconsistency makes sense when you just have RNG that doesn't have any sort of control. Like, it's just whatever the processor wanted to choose for that. It's fine. Yeah, and it's weird because, as you can see, the following spell card is the following and the previous spell card extremely free. At least in comparison. So yeah, I could also practice this final boss. Well, the final boss and the mid boss, I guess. This one is fine, but gotta pay attention to those rice bullets. We gotta pay attention to everything, but the rice bullets I think are the ones that occupy the most space out of all of them. Yeah, and especially they can immediately corner you. This is also a spell card with a lot of health, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That might mean that later on there could be probably spell cards with big health values. Well, maybe it's not that it has so much health and more about the fact that it moves a lot. It's possible. Which one was this? Oh yeah, this one. This one I simply bombed, so didn't pay too much attention to the pattern, though this one is pretty hard. Where are those things shot? The arrows with that trail? Are those also RNG? I hope not. Oh, they might be. Oh, don't tell me those are RNG. I think they are. I'm talking about the ones that come from the top of the screen. I think they are completely random. But dude, again, those are things you cannot leave to randomness. That's such a bad idea. And yes, they are completely random. Damn. Yeah, seeing this, I'm starting to think that doing this whole no bomb thing is not a good idea whatsoever. You see, spell cards like this you will capture if you are lucky. If you are not lucky, well, get fucked. Fuck, dude. I mean, obviously, if you just do a normal run, those are the patterns you leave to bomb. Oh, and then this one, there was something that killed me at the end, right? Like some very weird pattern that spawned right next to me. Like, it's not like I could have done anything to avoid it. But the question is how. Yeah, I remember this, and these ones are not an issue. But no, something happened after this. Like something just insta-kill. Okay, it wasn't that. That was just me being bad. Don't worry about it. Maybe the initial... No, okay. This is very clearly the initial position you're intended to be in. Like, the game very clearly forces you here. Well, maybe not so much forces, but rather it encourages you to go there. Yeah, so I don't think that's a good idea, right? Like spawning bullets right next to me without pretty much any warning seems pretty bad of an idea. But it was on the same place as last time. So maybe that's not random, like that's always there. I still wouldn't know why you would want that specific place to fire something, but yeah, I guess you do. The problem is that they are summoning the places I'm going, so I don't have any time to react to this. And I don't think I'm allowed to. Like, you cannot avoid this in any other way, right? Well, you could be inside. Maybe that's what you're intended to do, like here. But wouldn't this be way harder? Well, I guess it's harder here, but not so much on the other one. I think that it's supposed to be like Futo's spell in 10 Desires. You're supposed to be inside of these circles, but that's way harder for the rest of the spell. I don't know what I prefer, because I mean, well, the issue is that when the final bullets get fired, then it gets very hard to do anything about it. You can also enter the last one here. Maybe this last one is easier. It actually might be. So it's still an odd... Okay. It's pretty hard though. At least it's static. I think it looks static to me. That's a little bit hard. Okay, so what about the final boss? Didn't I bomb everything you threw at me? So I don't even know what you have. Well, this one is simply redirecting stuff. But you gotta be a little bit smarter than that. I mean, smarter about dodging it. I'm starting to kinda regret my idea of doing an Ogon. Well, not like I have to, but it's just that I feel that doing a regular one going clear is gonna be completely free. So I don't wanna do that. But at the same time, I'm kinda getting my ass kicked if I don't have the chance to... well, the option to Then you have some spells like this that are so weirdly free. Well, free and also random. Well, I guess this one is only free if you get lucky, right? Like, what if the circle does not appear where you want it to appear? That works, though. Okay. No, you don't want to stay on the bottom there. Definitely don't stay on the bottom. So unfortunately it's one of those where I will instinctively get to the bottom at the beginning of the spell card. So unless I remember what to do, it won't happen. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to retry. Well, I guess might as well practice it again. So she stops shooting that afterwards, right? And she shoots that at like the first half of the spell card and then kinda doesn't... Oh, it's because she shoots it upwards. Wait, is that random too, or is that... It might be random too. Oh, it is completely random, really. Like, is that 30... Like, sorry, not 30. 360 degree spawn? Like, without any sort of check, like just 360. That's pretty fucked up. Like, it can spawn in any direction in a 360 degree angle from the boss. Yeah, I'm starting to think this game does have an issue of uncontrolled RNG. Like that... Like that really can make it super hard to dodge, or no, that's the problem. It's all a matter of a gamble. So the thing about this spell card is that you're supposed to ignore the butterflies. The butterflies are irrelevant. Like, just focus on the snakes, or whatever they are supposed to be. And that's something that I didn't do last time. I was actually trying to focus on the butterfly to dodge them, but no, you don't. You don't do that. Oh yeah, this one is the one that actually killed me in the run. Like this one is also not well done. Like there cannot be no telegraph here. Especially considering that there were some other spell cards that did have telegraph. So why not this one? I think that this one will be easier if you do something like that, probably. But yeah, I don't know. Well, this is one of those where you kinda want to remember the name of the spell card. Also, I don't know why the music restarts. It's a little bit weird. The other problem about this is that your damage will be shit, obviously, since most of the times you won't even be close to her. And not to mention that here, Reimu, like, even with the homing amulets, cannot do anything if it's too far, which kinda makes it a little bit useless. I do think she has a slightly reduced amount of life, or at least I hope. Hold up, I guess we can do this. Oh, the problem is that she has complete... That's fucked up. She has complete damage resistance, well, damage resistance, damage invulnerability for the like entirety of the first 10 seconds, something like that. Very fucked up, honestly. I mean, I guess it's technically not that hard to dodge in principle, but it will take a while to bring down. Well, maybe not that much. The problem there is seeing that spell card and being like, okay, I need to go to the top of the screen. Also, I didn't play this one, right? I think I didn't. I don't remember it. Oh, it seems to have a lot of health. Okay. Random bullets. But bullets everywhere. That seems like it could go either way. I could do it one more time, actually. I wanna see how random it is. Like, by default, it just looks like you're dodging stuff, and that's it. Or you can get a lot of free grace. Like, going to the bottom of the screen and just staying there doesn't kill you. In fact, yeah, that's pretty weird, because it's like it makes that barrier... Wait, what the fuck? What killed me there? Was there a bullet there? Maybe staying at the bottom is not as safe as I thought. Not sure about that. I mean, if something killed me, it had to be an oncoming bullet from the top. Like it couldn't have been from the bottom, right? Oh, okay. There are random bullets appearing on the horizontally on the screen, and that's probably what killed me. That's also a little bit fucked up. Okay, so this is the second to last spell card. What do you have here? It's a survival. No, a 57-second survival. Okay. That seems okay for now. Right? Oh, it's okay. I see. It's getting smaller. Well, yeah, it's called Murder Cage, I guess. That makes sense. This one, I guess it's like most survivals, just hard to get to the end. Conceptually, it's not hard though. It does look to be pretty random, but like here at least it seems like the RNG is... Well, it actually does seem quite uncontrolled, because there can be large periods of time where there's nothing on the center, because the bullets that are being spawned are not even pointing at the center. That seems to be like a very common flaw of the game, the fact that there really is a lot of uncontrolled RNG. It feels like this one could be very hard depending on how many bullets spawn to the... well, spawn pointing at the center. And this is supposed to be the final spell card. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, it's a warning shot, I getcha. I'm not very good at this sort of multitasking, you know? Okay, it seems to be mostly memory based. This doesn't seem random. Yeah, this is for now fully memory based, which is a little bit weird for a final spell card to be fully memory based, but I mean, if anything, that makes it easier for me. Okay, but maybe it's just the start. Okay, it was just the start. Okay. Yeah, I guess that final pattern can be a little bit of an issue. Certainly choking potential, that's for sure. But, we will see. I think that it's fine. Well, some of those are not fine, but I have to try. Yeah, that's the issue, though. The spell cards that are not fine, what do I do about those? I get my ass kicked, that's what I do. Though there were only like 3 or 2 like that. The worst offender is that survival from stage 2, I think. The one with the circle you have to follow from the inside. That one is terrible. I think that one, legitimately, I can say it's the worst spell card in the game. Well, I haven't seen the extra, so I probably should hold on for the time being. Well, that and the one with the 360 spawn, that one is also an issue. I think I don't remember if that one was for stage 2 or stage... for fuck's sake, dude. How are you gonna die there? Well, to be fair, I practiced the spell cards, but I did not practice the... I did not practice the stages at all. Didn't I have 2 points of power by now? Oh, well, I guess now I do. So don't die to these fairies. Have pretty fast patterns, so... yeah. Yeah, I also cannot really rely too much on release. So I guess at least against bosses, losing power won't really change much. Not with a shot type like this, at least. I don't think the homing amulets are doing much at all. Obviously, yes, the added damage helps, but... And one thing I have to remember here is that despite being the stage 1 boss, she has multiple patterns, you know. That seems kind of important to not underestimate the boss. That was a little bit of an unnecessary release. Obviously you prefer that over getting hit. So in this case, since dying doesn't take away power, it wouldn't make any difference. And since you're not gonna use bombs, it also doesn't make a difference in that regard. Got it. That was a no miss, no bomb of the first stage. I guess that's something that if you want to do a no bomb of the whole thing, it's kinda necessary, right? It's not something that's probably gonna be optional, or rather something that you do want to do. I think that for that one I'd rather not risk it. Probably better that way. Since spell practice it didn't went that well. Oh, and this one... I guess the issue there is that the green enemies, I think, are completely random where they appear. At the same time, they only seem to shoot bullets downwards anyway, so it's whatever. That was also unnecessary. Okay, I'm a moron. I guess it's no longer an O-bomb. That's why I say I should remap the buttons. Probably. It's just that at the same time, I'm not sure if conceptually that's a good idea. Maybe not. Not sure. I think I probably should. If I'm not gonna use bomb at all, I think I should. But yeah, since I'm here, might as well practice the boss, you know. Since this is most likely not gonna be the run anyways. So the interesting thing is that it might not be a no bomb, but it could still be a no miss. Nah, I mean, that's even harder to get, but I guess that will be another cool challenge, right? And I'm not sure if it really will be harder to do because of the release system, actually. Maybe it's not that bad, but yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna try for now. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna try for anything. I have no clue what killed me though. Like, I know those things spawn close to me, but they didn't spawn that close to me, did they? But maybe they did. I'm just getting killed by everything. Okay, hold up. I need to do that change if I do wanna do an O-bomb. So basically this thing here and bomb, well, in something I'm not gonna press like P, I guess. But yeah, the issue here is mostly not fucking over my muscle memory. But yeah, I guess since that is still, like the release is still kind of like a bomb is whatever, but the biggest difference is that there is no dead bomb using that release. So I think that's where the muscle memory is gonna get owned the most. It is true that you get more bombs than lives. So you could say that theoretically doing a no miss will be easier than a no bomb, but will it really? The thing about no misses though is that If you didn't bomb in time, that the run ends. While with no bomb you can make mistakes a lot more easily and the run is still going, right? That's the reason why I never like no miss runs. It's one mistake and you're done. But regardless of what you do on the whole run, the first stage most likely has to be a no miss no bomb if you want to have enough resources to pull the lunatic no bomb. Well, and also another thing that I should remember is that if you're about to go on to your last life, a full power item gets dropped, so at that point you do want to use as many releases as you can until you're out of power, because right afterwards you will be full power anyways. That's an important thing to keep in mind. Oof, close. That was also very close. Not a fan of this non-spell at all. This is still such a weird spell card. I gotta say, ironically, it's pretty original. It's extremely simple in concept, but yeah, still pretty nice. Right. Yeah, I guess outside of that final non-spell that is surprisingly threatening, I shouldn't have issues getting the no miss no bomb there. Also, the high score is something that I've seen some fun games do. The high score doesn't show the actual full run high score, but rather the high score up until the stage you are in, which I guess it's useful for people that score, since they will know what to aim for. But I think that at that point I would prefer having the two information pieces, right? Like one that says the actual highest score, and another one that says the stage high score. You already know what to do for this one. And you don't even need to deal with the second wave right there. that's also... Oh, wasn't this the pattern that I bombed? No, this was the pattern that I bombed in the previous run. Okay, well, don't bomb it. Well, that is not a problem, because bombing it will require pressing the P key, and that's pretty far from where I'm playing. So when there's a lot of power items, that release kind of like auto collects them. So yeah, I feel more and more convinced to go for this no bomb run, because like going for a regular 1-coin clear should not be an issue at all. Like, it shouldn't even be a question. Like, yes, obviously I can get one. The no bomb, I mean, it doesn't seem like it will be an insanely hard challenge, obviously, which is the reason why I'm going for it, but yeah, it still seems that it needs some... Okay, see, the problem there, I need to go to the left side to dodge that, because the right side has the bomb that I'm not gonna use, the bomb fragment. Oh, this one, remember... Well, you don't need to do that there. We already seen the strategy of going to the corner, but I don't think that power is something that you're gonna lack too much. So I think that using it is not a bad idea. Ooh, that was extremely close. Oh yeah, this thing. Well, the problem is not this one. The problem is the one that comes afterwards. That's the real issue. So I'm kind of being cornered a little bit here. Oh, the auto-aim amulets actually work. Okay, this Pelkar is probably the worst one in the game, so gonna be hard to survive it. Ah, damn it. So as you can see there, that kind of was like a dead bomb, but as I mentioned, there is no concept of dead bomb here if you use release instead of bomb. Well, I only got hit once, could be worse. The real issue there is that when I got hit and I wasted power there, that was a complete waste. Like, there was nothing that I got out of that, unfortunately. Hey, it's fine. Those are the kind of things you also have to view as things that can happen. Also, I wonder if something happens when you have all the bombs and you get another one. Would be nice if you get a life fragment, but that probably will be too cheesy. Yeah, that's an interesting bullet spam. I already lost quite a lot of power doing that. Oh, and doing this boss with 1 point of power certainly seems bad. Well, it doesn't seem bad, it is bad. And at this point it's like you don't have any way to recover it, you know? That's the issue. You will recover it eventually, but until you get there it will take a while. Let's just say that was a bad decision. This is also, as I said, a very hard spell guard. Oh, and this one is also... This mid-boss, for being simply a mid-boss, has a lot of fucked up patterns. It is probably where the run ends. It's a shame. It is what it is. I hope at least you give me power when you're gone. Oh yeah, and this survival as well. Now, I do remember the strategy of entering the final circle here. That'll work. Yeah, she does give you a full power item and a life item. Oh, and then the boss comes, really? Didn't remember it being like that, but... Well, in that case, my main priority should be preparing for the start of the stage. So that one is kicking my ass pretty badly. Also remember here, since the last one is your, well, the next one is your final life, you kinda wanna, I was gonna say you kinda wanna spend all your power there, but I guess I couldn't. Oh, and using the release there also is not gonna help you much. Fuck. Well, it happens, but you know, I don't wanna, oh, that's... Yeah. Hold up. I probably want to map bomb to something more closer, because yeah, it also maps it to cancel. I don't know what it could be. I mean... A? Maybe. It is closer. No, I should practice the final stage. There are lots of things here. At the same time, I am thinking that a no miss is probably a more realistic aim. I'm not so sure. Hold up. These are static enemies, I'm pretty sure. If they are static enemies, I should just stay at the same spot every time. In fact, here, you know, you should stay at the middle. Well, not for these guys. These ones, though, are simply dodging to the side, I think. And for these ones... Okay, you can kinda stay in the middle there, but it's not a good idea at all. Right. For this one, you wanna stay in the middle. For the other ones, not so much. For these ones, I guess I'm doing it wrong. Like, I'm being on the wrong side. For this one, stay to the side of the middle. Those things seem to be loosely aimed at you, but not quite. Seems to be random in like a range around you. Oh, I'm glad you have iframes during that. Would have gotten sniped by the laser otherwise. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a very hard spell. I don't think there's much you can do about this one. It's just quite hard. It's one of those where you need to have good reactions, basically. But having a decent amount of power helps for sure. And then you have this one. This one is brutal. This one is really brutal. But it does help a lot having a high power to deal with this. Well, another thing to keep in mind is that after this you get full power from this boss, so you can use all the releases you want. Probably, for example, here, like... Yeah, you actually make those bullets disappear. Which means, no, those still get shot. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, one thing you gotta remember though is that before gifting you with items, it shoots you. So yeah. Then here... How do you do this? Those are aim... So yeah, don't get a corner, I guess. That's the advice for this one. And then this one is rough because those lasers like don't go away by using release. Like dodging this is a problem. It's not like it's hard to, like, this is the strategy, like simply redirecting it every once in a while. Easier said than done. Especially when you know that bombing is not gonna save your ass. The non-spells here though are the ones that worry me a lot. Okay, and this spell card again has... It's free if you get lucky. Like, those have to appear where you want them to appear. But obviously they appear whenever they want to appear. You know, it's the non-spells, the ones that are the biggest issue, I think, since you cannot practice them outside of stage practice. Okay, that was a very dumb hit. At least this non-spell should be only one cycle. Oh, and this one is very random. It could be very hard or not, depending on where she decides to shoot those lasers. It's completely random. She could shoot them upwards. That's the most fucked up thing. It will be one thing if the range for her to shoot was like downwards in any angle downwards, right? But no, she can also shoot upwards, and shooting upwards doesn't do anything. It's the same as if she didn't do anything. You know, that's the messed up part. Okay, I got killed by something there. I'm not sure by what. Something did kill me. Ah, damn it. Okay, the ones to look for are the big snakes here. The small ones are very slow, and well, the butterflies are irrelevant. Though, that's the interesting thing about the Spellguard. The visual... Come on. Really, you're gonna do that? Whatever. No, at that point I gotta practice some spells, I guess. Well, especially the first one. Yeah, but there's no way to even go fast upwards. Wait, the first one was this one. Yeah, it was this one. I guess the issue here is being mentally ready for the assault. Yeah, that's the issue. Like, the strategy is not hard to pull off, but... I wanna practice the start of the stage again, and then wanna try another run. Because the start of the stage here matters a lot. So for this, stay in the center. Then here you probably want to aim at those. Though you cannot really kill them. At least not with this shot type. I don't think with the other shot type it's gonna change much. Probably not. So here you stay to the side of the center here. And then here it's kinda odd, because I say these are loosely aimed at you, but like not quite. It's weird. I guess at that point using a release wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, and then you have this. This one seems pretty random. But at least when the mid-boss comes, it interrupts pretty well. There was... I mean, yeah, this one I could practice it. Not much I can do, I think. It's just a hard Spellguard. I'm not sure if here using a release will help me too much or not. Because the power from the homing amulets does make this easier. And then this one, I don't know. Well, there, I guess if you're not gonna pick up the additional power, might as well do a release to pick it up. This mid-boss worries me quite a lot. Well, and this one I already know what to do. Okay, so do a run, I guess. Yeah, I'm starting to doubt if I can do this or not. Maybe I just have to go for a no-miss after all. You see, a no-miss is theoretically easier, it's just that execution-wise it's also easier to fuck up. Not to mention that when you're allowed to use bombs, I think that you should start misusing them. Using them in patterns that you probably could dodge. Especially seeing all these multiple bomb fragments. You will have so many bombs to use if you decide to to go for a no miss. And those circular bullets are pretty fast, and I think it fully depends on boss movement RNG. Like, she could fire them pretty close to you if you're unlucky. Ah, fuck me. Right there I should have used release, especially since well, actually no, I wasn't. Actually wasn't 5 points of power, never mind. But it wouldn't matter. You will get the power quickly anyways, but... like, this will normally be a reset, but I don't want to reset, so... There is quite some inconsistency here with, for example, this spell card being the final one, but that's a pretty easy spell card, you know? Probably one of the easiest. Oh, no special clear? Yeah, that's right, I didn't use that. Obviously, if you are good enough, you could make a no bomb, no miss, no special clear. I'm not good enough for that though. But it's fine, I don't need to be. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not even good enough to do a no miss, no bomb, so... Well, not on Lunatic, on lower difficulties probably, I guess, but... I'm not interested in that. Right now you could use release, since you are at 5 points of power. Well, you will use it here, I guess, so no problem. Oof. Almost died to a random rice bullet. Would have been bad. Pretty sad also. You do get a lot of power in this stage. In stage 3 you don't really get much outside of what the bosses give you. Because most enemies I cannot really kill them, but it's also a relatively short stage. Aina. Oh yeah, this one does from the left because of the life fragment. I risk it there, but since I don't have 5 points of power, I didn't think it was a good idea to use a release for that one. Especially since the strategy to dodge it is not that hard. That no spell is a little bit threatening. Okay. It's such a weird ass non-spell. I didn't even remember it. Is that a good idea? Probably not. It's fine, I had 5 points of power anyways. But the issue is here. What will you do about this? The issue is that if I keep spending releases here, my power at the start of the last stage is gonna be trash. I guess it's a good way of seeing how bad of an idea it is to do this. I think it is a very bad idea though. You see, a nice capture, but now you have no power, and I'm pretty sure you are not gonna get any power, that's the thing. Until the end of the mid-boss, and that's not acceptable. That's way too late to get power. Yeah, I think that, well, the problem is that the alternative to that is just dying a lot. I don't know what's the best alternative, they both are bad ideas. But yeah, I think that the one I chose is worse. That was also, by the way, a no miss. Well, no miss, no bomb, yeah, obviously. But yeah, the issue is that here I start with no power, and as I said, these guys don't give you that much power because you normally don't really kill them. That's the issue. And even if you kill them, there are not really that many enemies in the first place here. That was bound to happen. Guess I auto-collected a little bit, but it's only 2 points of power right now, so... That's actually a a real problem that I'm not sure how to deal with. And a spell card like this is gonna take a while to take down because of it. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. I do think it's a bad idea. I shouldn't go for that. It is a big deal. So yeah, I'm kinda fucked, I guess. Because the best case scenario is that you can deal with the survival spell of stage 2 a lot more easily, but like, well, a lot more easily, I mean without wasting resources, but that's easier said than done, and the fact that it's a survival definitely doesn't help. It's either that or wasting a lot of resources against this boss, this mid boss, right? But that's an issue no matter how you look at it. I got killed by a laser. Fuck lasers, dude. No, I fucked up. Ah, damn it. It really is the whole problem being that stage 2 survival. That stage 2 survival completely fucks me up in very annoying ways. There's not much I can do about it. It ruins my whole strategy, really. Quite badly. Wait, those are non-cancelable? Probably. Damn it, dude. Okay. That's the thing. Going to spell practice is not gonna change anything here. I don't even remember the name. This one has to be. Yeah, it is this one. Yeah, this unfortunately ruins the whole game pretty much. Doing a survival like this right before the final stage is so messed up. It really is. Like this only spell card just ruined the whole thing. And I don't have any strategy, because there is no strategy against a spell card that could be extremely free or not, depending on luck. Yeah, I think that maybe I should change my scope to a no miss and not a no one. Just because of this, you know? But then again, in this case, if it was a no miss, this will be an absolute dump of bombs. Though at least a bomb will be able to let you survive for longer, but still. Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'll try changing my strat here. Oh, well, changing my strat, no, I mean changing my objective. Yeah, this is probably also a bad idea. I'm not good at no misses. I'll have the finger ready on bomb, well, with the exception of patterns that I guess I do know that I will use a release or something. Maybe I will just end up doing a regular clear, you know? Maybe that's what's gonna happen. The issue here is also knowing that the edge button now is for bombs. It's fine. I mean, it doesn't make a difference because if anything, having my finger more ready on edge will make a bomb happen, which if your idea is to no miss is a good idea. Yeah, the thing about no miss runs is that they are very frustrating, because dying is something that can happen very suddenly, like you did not obviously expect to die and you die. And that's the whole run, like that's it, it's over. Whatever you did before that is irrelevant. Yeah, that's why I really don't like no misses. I usually never do them. Sometimes I do them, but it's mostly when I kinda have the game dominated in a way. And I definitely don't have this game dominated. In fact, I mean, the logical thing will just be, you know, doing a one coin clear and that's it, but I just feel like there is no point on going for that because I know I can do it without issues. Even if I haven't done it yet, it's just one of those things that it's like, you know, someone can tell you, hey, why don't you jump in front of... When I say in front, I mean... Imagine you're in front of a building, right? And someone tells you, hey, why don't you jump in place? And I mean, why will you want to do that? You will look like a moron. But the thing is that you know you can do it, right? Like, hey, jumping is not hard. Just that obviously you don't want to jump in front of a place where probably a lot of people will be watching. Yes, you will look like a moron. Yeah, this is kind of like that. Well, not really the part about looking like a moron. That just happens naturally in my case. But no, I mean the part of I know I can do it. I know I can one coin clear this if I were to use all the options available. Like, there is zero doubt about that. So instead of bombing on that last non-spell, I should use the release. It's way less expensive and also something that should allow me to get through easily. I no miss, no special. Yeah, that, and because here you already get full power right at the beginning of the stage, so spending a bomb on that last non-spell on stage 2 boss is a bad idea. And the good thing is that you get a full bomb right there. Like a bomb for free, not a fragment, but a full-blown bomb. That's good. Yeah, which again is also another reason why I was saying that it might be theoretically easier to do a no miss. And also the fact that in some critical places you will keep your power assuming that you bombed instead of using release, right? Okay, well, technically not full power, but I mean full power when it comes to my actual attack damage. Well, attack damage, my damage. No reason to clarify that damage is the one I do to attack, right? Not in a game like this, where obviously any hit kills you in one hit. So it's not like you receive any specific damage. You just get killed immediately. Oh shit. Okay, that was very messed up. What happened there? What happened is that the non-spell pattern was still active during the spell activation. Pretty fucked up. Also, here I'm using release way too much. I shouldn't be doing this. So I'm gonna end up having the same amount of power I had in the previous run, just in a different sequence. Like instead of wasting it all on the survival, I waste it all before the survival. Yeah, I'm actually wasting a lot of shit here, and it's fully my fault, you know? Okay. I don't know why that one didn't work. I feel like right there, it might have been an issue with the... with RNG spawning some bullets in an uncomfortable way. I thought the bullets were static, but no. I guess not. And there's the death. And that sucks. Though, looking at the amount of resources I have, I don't think that this challenge will have gone much further anyways. I don't see how it could have. Because I only have 5 bombs, you know. Yeah, maybe I should just go for the one coin clear and that's it, you know. It's just that that's such a lame thing to do. See, again, I know I can do it. I don't need to do it. Oh well. The main difference here is that the idea is that you will bomb here every time you think that you're out to get hit, instead of using a release. Or don't bomb, I guess. That helps. I still want to see how it will be in terms of resources regardless. If I were to get to the end right now, like with how many bombs will I be able to get to the end? Well, probably none. That's the thing. Here, since I got hit twice, I guess the safe thing to do will be to, whatever the final bomb amount is, remove 2 points. Well, 2 points. I mean, remove 2 bombs. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go well. They say that on that one you're supposed to stay in the middle, but I guess I didn't. It doesn't make that much of a difference. You could use a release here. Oh, and also these enemies, if you are full power, they die pretty quickly, so that helps too. I mean, it's kinda obvious that having more power will make the rest a lot easier. Seeing it like this makes it even more clear that that's the case. Though here, I'm barely dealing any damage because she's in such a weird angle. Yeah, bombing there when she was out to go down probably is not the smartest idea, I guess. For that one, you want to use those there. I think in general, instead of using bombs for that first spell or for any of the spells here, do not do that and just use release. Especially since the final spell card here is like it's simply a survival, right? You don't need any power to get through this one. In fact, if you don't feel confident, you can just release there, and you will get full power there anyways. Alright, so I will have like 3 bombs right now in an ideal scenario, I guess. Well, not sure if ideal, but in a more realistic scenario it will be like that. Well, and now I will have 2, I guess. And pretty wild. I don't know how to deal with those non-spells, unfortunately. But this is also another spell card that you fully depend on the RNG of the circular bullets. Kinda lost count. It should be 4 bombs now that I have to take away from my total. No, now it's 5. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it will go either in the no miss or in the no bomb way. It's just not gonna go in either way. Well, that sucks, really, but I guess it is what it is. I guess at that point might as well just be done with this and at least try to get a good extra run or something, I don't know. See, I'm fumbling everything. I guess I overestimated my... Well, rather than overestimated, I would say I underestimated the difficulty of the game because of the length. But yeah, the length is something that is hard to really measure when the bosses have so many spells, right? You end up falling in a trap. So that deals damage. by the way. If you actually do it next to the boss, it deals damage. I didn't see that. Well, no, right now it's pretty clear that yeah, you won't no miss or no bomb this. Forget about either one. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You could go for something like no release, but that's not hard to do either. Because bombs here are very powerful. I'm pretty sure that a bomb... Oh yeah, I forgot about this pattern. Since I didn't get here in a... well, ever, pretty much. I only did this in spell practice. Forgot that this shit existed on top of everything else. Pretty funny. Yeah, whatever. Just be done with the run, you know? It's better that way. I can't believe I wasted so much time chasing something I cannot do, really. Well, at least it's a lesson learned. At least we know. Shame that there's barely gonna be any time to check what the edge try is gonna be about. Because see, that one... who cares? I don't care. Can probably do a no bomb of that. Well, assuming the edge track here is of the same difficulty of a regular Touhou game, which is usually below hard. If that's the case, then a no bomb should be free. We'll assume that the length of the edge try is also the same. Probably, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to expect. I thought I had everything under control, but I do not. Oh, really? Tim, that's pretty nice. How did you not think of that? Like, how did you not think that returning like that was a bad idea? Like, that's so dumb, isn't it? Because see, obviously I will be in the center of the screen when you go down. Like, in spell practice I didn't see it, obviously, because you should start with what you start, but... Also, the bomb damages the final spell. Oh, there is some... Okay. Well, this one wasn't in spell practice, I think. Know what you're talking about. Or maybe it's just like a final message. No, it's actually a final spell. It's a survival, so it's simply supposed to be like the Yuyuko thingy. And it's not very long, so... Oh, but it's moving, like the whole thing is moving. It's a little bit fucked up, but... I try bombing and I could... Oh, and it gets faster. You see, that seems like it's a problem. Yeah, we can basically forget about... Wait, that's a lot of bullet density, I just realized. It's fine. Yeah, that actually looks very hard, and if you cannot practice that spell, that will be very hard to do anything about. Well, that was an extremely sad run, but yeah, it's fine. I don't know who these characters are, so the problem is that like the typical Zoom drawing here is, you know, I cannot really tell which one is stage 1 or stage 2. I don't really care about the story really, but yeah, let me just get done with it. Oh, I didn't read that, but it said good ending, which is to be expected, I guess. That was bad from me, I mean. Like, I am not ready to do either a no miss or a no bomb, which kinda sucks. Because yeah, like doing a one going clear of a game of this length is not hard at all. But yeah, apparently doing anything else is too hard for me, so yeah, that's an issue. Whatever, at least I will get to see the extra, but yeah, it ain't the... it wasn't really the best performance I had. But I'm still surprised that they didn't go for a full-length fun game when you already have so many patterns. You even have a mid-boss with a fully functional sprite set, so like you could have done like a 4th stage, and then, well, saying that you only needed to do 2 more, I guess it's underestimating the amount of effort that goes into this, but I feel like, yeah, wish there were more songs. Well, no, I wish there were more stages personally, but yeah, if there are more stations, there will be more songs, of course. Man, yeah, how many people did this? Wait, composer. What you mean question mark? I don't know what that means. I don't think you should charge $100 for this game personally. I personally think the price is pretty fair right now. Lower the velocity on these crates. I feel like they are slow enough already. Though the problem is that if I press the shot button, it might skip the whole thing, and I don't want to skip it. I simply want to make it go faster. But maybe if I hit an arrow? No. Not the arrow. But yeah, it's done anyways. But yeah, I guess I'll do the extra, but I'm still disappointed with my performance. I could have done much better, but I guess I can't really. So that's a little bit contradictory, isn't it? I can, but I can't. Yeah, I shouldn't even save a replay. It's like, who cares? Sure, here, have at it. So the extra is Marisa, apparently. What the hell? Well, this is new. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, this is certainly new. Indeed. That's the bomb? Wait, what's the bomb? Oh, it's like it charges the Master Spark. So... the problem is that this shot type is... something... definitely. Okay, so things are not very normal on this extra stage. I think that's the point. Wait, what are those things? Oh, that's... okay. Wait, why this shot type though? Why do you have to use this shot type? I get that you're being shot from every direction, but... I mean, if you want to shoot someone in front of you, it's a little bit hard. I don't think there's a button to change where I'm looking at. Not to mention this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh, okay. So you make this thing spin by using focus. So if you're being surrounded, you're kinda intended to do this. But again, the issue is, what do you do when the boss shows up? Like, the boss, unless it also does the same thing. So you cannot kill those enemies. But at least the good thing is that she does have a normal shot, you know? Like, well, by that I mean that the things that she's shooting normally are still like the two typical bullets, I guess. So where am I supposed to be right now? What does it say? Pan... That's not a word, is it? Panloshism. Doesn't... Huh. Okay. These are Murasa's patterns here. Looks cool at least. Oh, you're behind me. This is a very weird edge try, I gotta say. I mean, that's clearly the point, but not sure if I like it. Oh, we are back at normal shot. That's good. Well, she doesn't have 10 spell cards, you know? So I guess it's not gonna be that long. It's a pretty long ass dialogue, I gotta say. Holy shit. Okay, I think I'm gonna skip it. Sorry, but look, holy shit, okay. You wrote a whole Bible for the extra dialogue. That's something that I see in many fan games. Especially fan games that are neither from Japan or China, that they love being as verbose as possible with the dialogue. Like, dude, I just wanna shoot shit. I don't wanna read. It's more common than you will think. I don't think that doing a no bomb of this will be very simple. Probably. So you do get a lot of lives, and release is still a mechanic. It's just that release is not as strong as with Reimu. That's the issue. I don't know. I mean, after failing to do what I did on the regular game, I kinda don't feel very motivated to do any special run. really, here. This is a pretty loud song as well. Nice. Well, you're allowed to continue in the extra, which is something that doesn't tend to happen. It is a little bit too much. Again, I gotta say it's pretty original with the whole screen movement and stuff, but I like gimmicks, but usually not the gimmicks that change like the basic way of playing, I think. Okay, I could have not seen that coming. At least the extra having patterns that are very hard to see is something common. I don't really feel like doing the the extra right now, honestly. It's like I kind of want to keep trying the main game, even though I know that it's a bad idea. But honestly, I don't know what I want to do, really. I'm a little bit stun lock right now, you know? I don't know what to do, really. I guess I could try going for an ovum or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's the thing, here going for an ovum with patterns that look like that. Actually, hold up, can you even practice this? Yeah, you can practice. Oh, the game crashed with an error. Okay, that's not pretty nice of you though. Why did you crash? Like, I cannot practice extra? Is that how it is? Because, you know, not being able to practice extra kinda... I mean, I'm gonna see if it crashes again. Okay, it didn't crash this time. I'm not sure why it even crashed in the first place, but... whatever. Wait, and you can actually practice the non-spell here. Why you can... But you cannot practice them here? That doesn't make any sense. Why? Why can you practice the extra non-spells but not the regular game's non-spells? That makes absolutely zero sense. Alright, whatever. I don't know. I guess do the extra, whatever. That was pretty funny though. Why did it crash? It didn't seem like it had much of a reason to crash, but crashes are not something you expect. Maybe it's because it was on the same session that I unlocked the extra or something like that. And what are these patterns? How the fuck do you dodge this? I don't even think that you can kill those fairies fast enough. I don't think you're intended to. I mean, you can kill... No, never mind. They die... Actually, I don't know if they die on their own or not. Okay, that works. That's a very hard to react pattern. Like pretty messed up on the eyes, really. Also here, does having less power even matter? I don't think it does it? Like, the shots coming from the dolls are still the same. Well, it probably does matter when you switch the shot type, I guess. At least for now I can use that. Yeah, the issue is that now that you switch the shot type, you're gonna be very weak. Unless you get a full power item. I don't think you get a full power item. Do you? I just realized that that boss has a very low resolution sprite, which is pretty funny. That was a shame. It's not the type of spell that you want to die on. It's not a hard spell to do. You stay on the center there? No. Doesn't seem like you deal more damage. See, here now I'm out of power, so... Yeah, and you will be out of power for the rest of the fight. Well, until more power drops, so you're starting the fight with no power. Also, even skipping this dialogue takes so long, dude. Unless this is already full power. Like, power doesn't affect Marisa at all, maybe. I don't think that's the case, though. But it feels like she's shooting the same amount. So, you know, I think that for Marisa, power is pretty much non-existent. Like, you only use it to do release, and that's it. Oh, this one was the issue here is the bullets changing their trajectory in the middle of that. Like the heart-shaped bullets. No, in reality it's more of multiple things. Like it's just too much bullet density. Hard to do much about it. Okay, I don't know how I dodged shot of that, but that shouldn't have happened. And this is a spell that has many patterns that are completely unrelated to each other. Oh yeah, this pattern. How the fuck do I dodge that? I think it might be relative to where it hits the edge of the screen, but still don't really understand it. Like, it's pretty weird. Is that survival? Oh shit. Yes, it is. Wait, what the hell? Am I supposed to be on the opposite? No. Okay. So it spins for no reason. Because you're just supposed to be where you're supposed to be. That makes no sense. Alright, hold up. I do want to practice that spell. This one? It was this one. No, actually having more power. I think. Hold up. Oh, I cannot use release. No, never mind. I think that power is irrelevant. I don't understand this spell card. Where do you want me to be when the laser hits? On the side? That's so weird. I feel like it makes no sense. Well, probably because it makes no sense. Well, you can move slowly like that. Okay, that works, but that's a very poorly telegraphed attack. Like, I know that works because I've seen it work in trial and error, but you look at that attack and it doesn't really look like it should work that way. Okay, well, whatever. So the stars seem to be very random. Kinda. Hey, at least I know how to dodge the lasers. That I got lucky there. Okay, but that's how you do that. I kinda wanna see the one with the flip, in case there's more than just... Wait, not with this one. Well, that doesn't make a difference, it's a survival. So you just go here. What? No, not that time. Wait, so she spins whenever she feels like it? But I did get... Unless you have to really pick Marisa here. But like that, well, that didn't happen. Like, I got... Like, she made me spin with her, yeah, exactly. So maybe because I picked Reimu that didn't work. But why do you even make that an option then? So yeah, she makes you spin away so you get killed, basically. That's the way it works. So... Well, it shouldn't be a problem, right? So sometimes she spins... What? Like, now we are both spinning? How the fuck does this work? Like, sometimes she spins by herself, sometimes... Yeah, right, like... Sometimes the bullets spin with her and sometimes they don't. And, like, what's the... How does it work? Well, now I'm even more confused. That's not something I tend to say about spell cards after practicing, but yeah, like looking at that spell card more made me more confused. Maybe it's bugged. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to thinking that. I mean, we already seen the game crash, so it could be bugged like that. I don't see why not. Well, surprisingly, I dodged that. In my objective, I wanted to be a no-bomb. I probably might not be able to pull it off, but here I really won't be satisfied with just beating the extra stage normally, though. I also am not satisfied with dying like that there. I need to use more release in there. I'm surprised I'm able to dodge that. I find this pattern super hard to dodge. Like, I think I mostly understand what the pattern wants me to do, but I don't find it easy to do at all. Well, if I'm not gonna use bomb, I probably should remap release to the bomb button then. Whatever, who cares. I guess after this run, assuming this is not the run, but since I haven't seen the last two spell cards, it probably is not the run, I will say. And the stage portion is longer than it might seem. Well, yeah, it's over there, but it always makes me think that it ends sooner, but it doesn't. I have no release here. But yeah, just capture this, bro. No problem. Well, I was pretty close, actually. Okay. So I have 5 lives, probably 6, since I'm probably gonna get an extend in the middle of the fight, but I'm still not convinced. So this pattern is mostly about just moving slowly to the side and that's it, right? Yeah, I mean, the hard part is dodging the stuff that will come right afterwards, but it kinda works like that. This spell card is a pain in the ass. I think I haven't seen the last two spells, but this seems like it will be the hardest spell in the whole fight, because doing the transition between the two sides is so hard. It's a conceptually easy to understand spell card. So this is such a random ass spell card. Oh, I didn't have another release to use there. Oh well. Oh, the non-spells are usually not a problem. Which one was this? Oh yeah, the one with the lasers. Yeah, you practice this one, you know what to do. It should slightly move to the side, that's what you do. Nothing more, nothing less. The stars are the actual issue though. I got it. Okay, remember this one. Just wish it was more... I guess it depends. If it's a red bullet, it spins with her, and if it's a blue one, it doesn't. I think that's the way it works. Probably. And by probably, I mean yes, that's the way it works. Correct. Okay, so I understood, at least. Why are you below me? I don't like that. At least the missiles... these missiles actually have better tracking than Reimu's amulets in this game. Though I'm not sure how much damage I'm dealing. Doesn't seem very impressive by how long this is taking. I guess it wasn't that bad. Okay, that's a gimmick I thought you were only gonna use once, but you're definitely not gonna only use once. Okay, that's fucked up. Focus to pass through blue and focus to pass through red. Okay. Wait, this is a survival, so I don't need to shoot. Oof, close. I wonder if... I'm assuming this is a static. I will assume... Well, if it was random, I guess it will still be a matter of reactions. Like, it wouldn't be impossible. It most likely is static though. I got distracted. Damn it. That's a shame, guys. Oh, hold up. That's not a barrier. Like, okay. I don't think it matters what color that is. Oh, and well, using release gives you iframes, so you can actually get through that. Wait, no way. Okay, so those were not real bullets then. I thought that since they weren't lasers that wouldn't apply there, but no, it does apply. Does it apply here, for example? Probably not, but I don't know. Like, I'm not sure for how long this whole gimmick lasts, so... yeah, you know, it's kind of a problem. I win, I think. Yeah. Oh, Reimu is here too. Oh, and the final boss is here too. A very long-ass dialogue again, but yeah. No bomb clear. I mean, this is something that I probably could do a no bomb, no release now that I know how it works. Probably. The question is if I... wait, hold up. Did I fuck it up? Oh, I did fuck it up. Like, I overrode the lunatic thing. Well, not like it matters. That runs suck. I do kinda wanna try a no bomb, no release. But yeah, I don't know if I can pull it off. It's just that at least now that I know the gimmicks, maybe I can. It's just that here, using release has no disadvantage because you don't lose shot power by doing that. Even though the game says you do, but not really. You still deal the same amount of damage. Well, we will see. Yeah, patterns like this though are my nemesis. I know it's not that hard, but visually they are a problem to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna try hardest for too long, by the way. I'm curious to see if it's as easy as I think it's gonna be. Because yeah, when I just started with the edge try, it was pretty chaotic, but now I know what to expect from this. Well, from the stage and from the boss. And what to expect from both. Well hit. Well, the issue is that at least resource-wise it's looking very bad. I'm not sure if only with this I can get further. Maybe not. But hey, gotta try at least. Yeah, being able to use release, make some patterns, things that are not that bad to get. So with 4 lives, I mean, I think it should be doable, but I don't know, dude. I don't think it's gonna take just a couple more attempts to get this run. Probably will take more, and I'm not sure if I want to be attempting this for much longer. At least starting this with 4 lives is not bad. And I still can't believe this dialogue is so long, dude. Like, I know that you don't have to be good at everything. Like, you don't have to be a writer to do this fun game, right? But like, at least in this case, you know, it will be pretty nice if you actually copied what Sun does. You know how Sun makes the dialogues pretty short for the most part, you know? I would like to see that here too, personally. So that was a great start, without a doubt. Oh, and I think that this does the same thing that Touhou 11 does. If you die during a pattern, you don't get an extra life, a fragment, I mean. Which I always found it weird in Touhou 11 that that's the case. It's like you're getting double punished. Nice. I think that this is the most troublemaker spell card in the fight. The issue is the choice of bullets. Like, these bullets overlapping make it very hard to see, and that's something that I don't just criticize to this fan. I criticize the official Touhou games when they do that too. It's very hard when those bullets overlap to see exactly where they are going and where you should be going. Nice. Okay, yeah, red one is the one where you are still allowed, you are taken with the bullets, but the blue bullets don't work like that. I guess the luck is that you could get is being constantly fire red bullets. Oh, the missiles. Wait, I'm still... Okay, so that's something that got bugged last time. You're actually supposed to be upside down during this non-spell, but last time I wasn't upside down, which is why it took so long for... Wait, but now I'm looking at... Where am I looking at? Wait, I'm looking at the opposite side. It might have been a bug, but it certainly was better than this now. I'm looking at a completely different direction than I should be. To the point that it makes me think that this is the bug rather than the other one. That's so fucked up. Alright, we're back to normal at least. So, just remember here that this red and blue thing work in the... regardless of if it's a laser or a bullet. You just need to remember... I fucked up. But it's not just about remembering though, like it's, at least to me, it's challenging to think that fast. I don't have a very fast brain normally. I almost fucked up again, and at least I had enough time to react there, but it's not that simple really. But maybe for you it's simple, for me it's not. Right, so yeah, this still have the same logic. The problem is that they are gonna make a comeback. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. There's gonna be quite some bullet density. Well, the question is, can I capture well, I don't need to capture it, but I only can get hit once. Last time I actually did capture it, but yeah, I think I got lucky really. Alright, maybe I didn't. Alright, well that's a no bomb, no release, or well rather no special like this game likes to call it. So I'll take that. Yeah, well, yeah, there you go. No bomb, no special. Doing a no miss here will also be pretty possible. It's so easy to get suddenly hit by random stuff. But yeah, I think that's that for today. I mean, I wish I could have gotten a better... Well, that's the thing, you know, I don't think I even want to highlight the Lunatic one going clear, because it wasn't a special run, it was a very bad run. But maybe... Wait, hold up, that's also another thing I want to check before I go. The final timeout that is supposed to be a surprise, did they added it here? No, they don't. So you cannot practice that spell card. Yeah, like, this is not the one I'm talking about. So might as well do it, I guess, since I'm here. But, you know, I wasn't talking about this one. So that's a problem, because that does make quite a difference if you can practice that or not, because it's not an easy spell and it's right at the end. Yeah, that's super fucked up. I mean, it's only super fucked up if you go for no bomb, no release, whatever, but yeah, if you do a regular run, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. So yeah, I guess that doesn't happen, but cannot you at least play with Marisa here? Like once you beat the... No, you can. Which is weird, because you can use Marisa in practice, but... Well, not in practice, in spell practice rather. Hey, whatever, I'm out of here. Thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream, so have a good one and take care.